Sitting on the porch as the evening fades. Old man in the shadows with stories that invade. The wind howls a tune like a ghostly call. He leans in close, says you'll hear their thrall. Legends of the night of things unexplained in these haunted hills where sanity's strained. He whispers soft warnings, his eyes aglow. The things that you seek are the things you don't know. Oh, the hills are alive with shadows and dread. Strange whispers in the night, like voices of the dead. Bigfoot in the thickets, dogmen on the prowl. When the darkness settles in, hear the monsters howl. He talks of old legends of foul flickering lights, mischief in the moonbeam on those restless nights. The dogman's howling a sound that chills the bone, with claws like daggers it prowls alone. And Bigfoot's shadow towering and fierce, a creature of the wild, making wanderers pierce through the foggy abyss where they shouldn't tread, knowing not all stories are merely in your head. Oh, the hills are alive with shadows and dread.
Well, howdy everybody. Glad to see you here on the front porch. Grandpa's got some goodness tonight, and I guarantee you, if that flashlight goes out on your way home, don't blame us. Don't blame us.
No, don't blame us. It's not our fault, I promise. Hi, everyone. You know, brother, it's hard for when you play our intro and I'm backstage and I'm just like singing and I'm all just into it and I'm singing the words and then it stops because we got to start and I'm like, gosh darn it, I still want to dance.
Don't feel bad. On the other show, on the NCI show, when we play our introduction,
Yeah.
poor old Tim, the redheaded stepchild that he is,
Yes.
he's sitting over there, and I'm looking at him in the green room, and he's sitting over there jamming out, and he looks like Stevie Wonder. He's just, I just called to say I love you.
You know, that is one talented man. He really was a very talented man. Wow. Yeah. Just unbelievably talented.
I don't get a chance to listen to enough of his music, but that dude, he knowed how to get it done.
Yeah. To write and to hear the music and then to sing it, just, whew, man.
Well, it's just like Roy Orbison when he used to play guitar. I mean, he was blind as a bat, couldn't see nothing, but he
Really?
knew how to. Yeah, he knew exactly how to walk that neck on that guitar.
Wow, that's
And then
so
you
cool.
And then you had Jeff Healey. He is the same way, plays steel guitar, and he even played regular guitar, just like you would a steel guitar. And that dude was amazing. I mean, absolutely outstanding.
That's so awesome. I'll have to listen sometime.
It's well worth it.
I'll have to definitely check it out.
But
yes, sir.
We got some tales from Grandpa that's like we said, ladies and gentlemen, if you walk home tonight and that flashlight goes out, you better hope the moon is shining.
Right. It ain't our fault either, by the way. Yes.
Well, do you want to kick one off or do you want me to kick it off?
Well, since you kicked it off on Tuesday, because I had a rough day, with my medical stuff that was going on. I guess I can start it off since I'm feeling a little bit better. So that's good.
That
Let
sounds
me
gooder
bring
than a dip of snuff and not near as dusty.
Wait, say that again. What'd you say?
I said, that sounds gooder than a dip of snuff and not near as dusty.
Man, all these little things that you say, I'm going to have to write all these down and then turn it into a book. Robert's sayings or Robert's something. I got to think of something. You have so many and they're so good. So good.
Well, I classify it all to natural experiences, sayings passed down, and some of it comes from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, that I loved that show. Such a good show.
And
Loved
believe
it.
it or not, there's some of that stuff that was in that TV show.
Yeah.
About 85% of it, what they said and the way they acted and stuff like that, actually happened, and that's what they did.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. All right. Are we ready for our first one?
Absolutely. Let me bring my in. I'm going to have to read my digitized version since I've got the FUBAR fairy still flying around.
I swear. It's so good. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. Oh, whoa. I've got things that are acting out on their own. Okay. Here we go.
You mean the FUBAR fairy visited you too?
For a minute there, and then I'm like, hold on. That's enough now. I got a show to do with my brother.
There you go.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining my brother and I on our Grandpa's Old Haint Tales. So the first story I'm gonna read is The Ghost Bride of Cosby Highway. Cosby's Highway is a lonely stretch after dark, long, quiet, and lined with trees that lean in like they're trying to hear your thoughts. Fog settles low in the hollers, and the road gets slick with dew even in summer. Folks who drive it at night keep their eyes forward and their radios low because they know what wanders them because they know what wanders them shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I think I
It's
know where
called
this is
the,
going.
It's the
Yeah.
shoulder of the road, is what we call it down here in the South.
Oh, is that what it? Okay, that's what that's called.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just learned something new today. Thanks, brother.
You're welcome.
All right. They call her the Ghost Bride of Cosby Highway. Back in the 1950s, a young woman named Annie Lou McGaha. How do you say that last name, brother? McGaha?
McGahey.
McGahey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Was set to marry a fella from Newport. Sweet girl, shy smile, always humming hymns under her breath. But on her wedding day, the heavens opened up, rain pouring sideways, thunder cracking like rifle fire. Annie Lou's car skidded off the road near Cosby Line and flipped into a swollen ditch. They found her dress tangled in the briars. They never found her body. Okay. Ever since drivers swear they see a woman in a soaked wedding gown wandering the shoulder, veil plastered to her face. Veil plastered to her face. Bouquet is wilted and dripping. Some say she's looking for her groom. Others say she's looking for whoever left her behind. One night, a long-haul trucker named Mac Dillard was coming through around 2 a.m. Fog was thick as biscuit gravy, and his headlights barely cut through it. As he rounded a bend, he saw her standing dead center in the road, white dress, bare feet, head bowed like she was praying. Max slammed the brakes so hard his rig fishtailed. When he looked up, she saw she was standing at his window without making a sound, without leaving a footprint in the wet gravel. Her face was pale like moon milk, eyes wide and empty. Water dripped from her hair onto the door, each drop hitting with a sound like a clock ticking down. That's scary. Mac cracked the window an inch. Ma'am, you need help? She leaned in close enough he could smell creek water and old flowers. He buried me shallow, she whispered. Mac's vision blurred. His ears rang. The world tilted sideways, and he blacked out. When he came to, his truck was parked neatly on the shoulder, engine off, keys in his lap. He stumbled out, heart pounding, and saw something in the ditch beside him. A mound of fresh dirt. Small, shallow, like a grave someone dug in a hurry. On top of it lay a single white shoe, old, muddy, and the size of a woman with small feet. Matt staggered back, swearing he sobbing, drifting up from the earth. He climbed into his truck and tore out of there so fast he left skid marks half a mile long. He told the sheriff the next morning. Sheriff just nodded slow. You ain't the first, he said, and you won't be the last. Some folks say she's trying to show where she's buried. Others say she's trying to drag folks down there with her. Mac never drove Cosby Highway again, but every so often, a travel report seen a woman in a drenched wedding dress standing by the road holding a wilted bouquet. And if you're really unlucky, if you slow down even a little, she'll lean into your window and whisper, help me, or lie down with me. Okay. No, thank you.
Well,
woo.
Grandpa sure has a way of having somebody to have charming moments.
Yes, very much so. I mean, it's just, whoo. I'm telling you what, I don't know. Like, just imagine seeing, like, every time I read these or you're reading, I'm picturing, seriously, myself there. Like, I am the guy in the truck driving, you know? And just, gives me heebie-jeebies.
Oh, yeah. Make you think a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. What did you all think out there in the audience? What did you think of that one? Something's rattling my window.
Help me.
Do you want to come follow me down the hill to the creek water? No, thank you.
Yeah, but it could be worse than that.
Yeah.
Could be hearing a tap at the window when you roll it down. You hear somebody say, pardon me, but do you have any Grey Poupon?
Oh my goodness. I had a feeling that at some point in time you were going to say something so funny that I was going to definitely laugh and cough. But you know what's creepy about this one though too? Just like Grace says, they never found her body. So that was weird. Like, where could her body have ever gone? You know what I mean?
Well, If it came a big rain, she could have got washed down the river.
True.
Body could have been uncovered by rainwater, and then when the floodwaters got up, it just politely carried her off.
Yeah. True. But I mean, eventually a body would have been found if it's going down a creek, right? But for her body to like completely just poof, vanish, that's creepy as all get up.
Sure is. That's the reason why they always say these old hills holds a lot of secrets, and only certain people are allowed to witness them.
Yeah. Well, look at Beverly. She said that was a good one. Wish it could go on. Thanks, Beverly.
Awesome.
Yeah. We're going to have, so next week, I talked to my brother, and he is going to allow me to share one of my short stories that I've written, and we're going to read it together. So you guys will get to hear some a little different, and then you'll have to tell us what y'all think.
Absolutely.
I wonder if, I'd go off in the woods and try to have a conversation with her. That's Rachel. I'm sure she would.
Oh yeah, she'd chase her down.
Yeah.
I got cookies. She carries cookies in her pocket.
Oh, does she? Too funny. Beverly says maybe Nessie got her. That's great. And then Grace, looking forward to it. Awesome. All right, brother. You ready for what one? Which one are you sharing?
The Bigfoot of Deep Gap Road.
Ooh. All righty.
Deep Gap Road runs through a stretch of woods so thick the sun don't hit the ground till near lunchtime. Folks who live out that way keep their dogs close and their porch lights burning, 'cause something big roams them ridges. Something that ain't afraid of people, guns, or God himself. Hensley family lived in a single wide, tucked back off the gravel, surrounded by pines that creaked like old bones. For weeks they'd been hearing heavy footsteps circling the trailer after dark. Not deer, not bear. Something with weight behind it, like a man wearing concrete boots. One night around 1 a.m., the footsteps came back. Slow, deliberate, crunching gravel like it was chewing it. The father, Roy Hensley, grabbed his shotgun and stepped out onto the porch. The air was cold enough to bite, and the woods were dead silent. Even the crickets had shut up. Roy hollered, "Who's out there?" No answer. Just breathing. Heavy, wet breathing, like something big was hiding just past the tree line. He shined his flashlight towards the propane tank, and that's when he saw it. A massive silhouette crouched low, shoulders wide as a truck hood. Hair hung off it in long, tangled ropes. His arms were too long, hands dragging the dirt like it was testing the ground. Roy froze. The creature stood, 8 feet tall if it was an inch. It sniffed the air, turning its head slow like it was sorting through scents. Then in a voice deep and broken like rocks grinding underwater, it said, "Not you." Roy near about dropped the shotgun. The creature turned and walked into the woods, quiet as a shadow despite its size. The next morning, Roy went to check on his neighbor, Old Man Carter, who lived a quarter of a mile down the road. Carter didn't answer the door, didn't answer the window knock, didn't answer Roy hollering his name. Roy pushed the door open. The hinges didn't creak. The door didn't resist. It just swung wide like it'd been ripped off earlier and set back in place. Inside the house was empty. Not ransacked, not robbed, just empty. Carter's boots were by the door. His coffee was still warm. His radio was humming static, but Carter himself, gone. No tracks, no struggle, no nothing. Sheriff come out, took a look at the door frame and said, "Ain't no man did this." Roy didn't argue. That night the footsteps came back to the Hensley trailer. But this time they didn't circle. They stopped right at the porch steps. Roy held his breath. Creature's voice rumbled through the dark. "Next!" Roy didn't sleep for 3 days. Didn't let his kids outside. Didn't let the lights go off. Some folks say the Bigfoot of Deep Gap Road ain't just an animal, ain't just a monster, ain't even just a creature. They say it's a collector. It don't take everybody, just the ones it chooses. And if it ever stands outside your door, if it ever sniffs the air and says, "Not you," you best pray that it don't.
Okay, where's my blankie? I need my blankie after that one. That's, oh my goodness, no. I'd be doing the same thing. I probably wouldn't be sleeping, leaving the lights on, hearing for anything. That's just,
If that don't make you change religions 13 different times, I don't know what will. You'll be sitting there like a Catholic going, "My father's got more land than your father."
Are you frozen again, my brother?
Hope not.
You got
It may do that when I switch screens. I don't know.
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
See, I had to digitize Grandpa's book.
Right.
I think he got a little bit too happy with that apple pie moonshine, stuck the pages together. And so I had to do a little bit of jerry rigging.
Yeah. Jerry helped you out with that?
No, I just had to do some jerry rigging.
Gotcha. Yeah, after that one, I definitely need my blankie for sure. I actually have a specific blanket that I use to cover up with and to cuddle with. It's black, of course, and it's just super, super extra soft. And I just cuddle up in it and just like, okay, I'm good.
And right there make plenty of people sleep with Prince Valium.
Oh, goodness. Oh, Beverly's got something here. Last year, while walking in the woods, a low limb in front of me pressed down flat on the ground and then bobbed back up, like something had stepped on it and then off. I left shortly afterwards. Oh, okay. Wow. I wonder if that was paranormal or something.
Could have been anything.
Yeah. Because what would have pressed it down to make it stay, and then for it to go poop, and if nothing's there. So,
Well, it could be in the wee folk.
the what?
Wee folk.
Wee folk? What's wee folk?
Mhm. Little people.
Oh, the little people. Yes.
They're bad to pull jokes, and they claim if they want to bad enough, they can turn invisible.
Really?
And then again, depending on her location, it could have been the Nunnahay.
Never heard of that either.
Nunnahay is ancient spirits that help the Cherokee at one point in time. Supposed to be guardians of the earth.
Okay. All right. I like that. She mentioned that she didn't see anything, but she heard whoops in the distance. That's interesting.
Could have been a juvenile Bigfoot.
Do you think, well, because I know we've talked about, I don't want to get too deep into it because it's story time, but
Right.
Rachel says, you might not have saw it. Or you might have not saw it, but I bet it saw you.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not getting too technical, you'll be surprised what infrasound will do to the human body.
It does mess with you, for sure.
Yeah. Something that may be standing there in front of you, and if it chooses to use infrasound, it'll screw the human body up, and 9 times out of 10, you don't exactly see what's doing it.
Right.
Even though it's within eye shot.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. All right. Are we ready for the next one?
Oh, yeah.
All right. This one is the treasure under Yellow Gap. All right. Yellow Gap sits between the ridges like a secret somebody tried to bury but didn't dig deep enough. The trees grow twisted, the moss hangs low, and the air always feels a little too still. Like the mountains holding its breath, waiting on somebody to make a mistake. Legend says a Confederate deserter, if I can even say that right, named Silas Boone, hid a stash of gold coins up there. Not army pay, but stolen. He robbed his own men, shot 2 of them, and ran into the mountains with a sack full of blood-bought treasure. Folks hunted him for weeks, but Silas vanished with like smoke and holler in the wind. Some say he died up there. Some say else got him. Something else got him. Could be. But everybody agrees the gold never turned up. That's where the McCall brothers come in. Ethan and Wade, 2 fellas with more ambition than sense. They heard the story since they were knee-high, and one fall weekend they decided they were going to go find Silas's Boone's treasure or die trying. They hiked up Yellow Gap with metal detectors, shovels, a cooler full of cheap beer. The woods were quiet, not too quiet. No birds, or excuse me, they was too quiet because there was no birds and no squirrels making noise. Just the sounds of their boots crunching leaves and the occasional whisper of wind slipping through the pines. After hours, nothing. Ethan's detector finally screamed. Strong, clear, like it hit something big. They dug till their hands blistered. Then the shovel hit the wood. A chest, old and blackened, wrapped in rusted chains like somebody wanted to make damn sure it stayed shut. Wade pried it open with a crowbar. Inside wasn't gold, wasn't coins, wasn't treasure at all. Just a human jawbone sitting dead center like it'd been placed there on purpose. Oh my God. Ethan laughed it off, said it probably an animal, but Wade held up to the light and went pale. Human, he whispered. Adult male? Before they could argue, the woods went silent. Not normal silent, grave silent. Then they heard it. A low, rattling breath coming from the hole they dug. Slow, wet, and hungry, the brothers backed up. The breathing got louder, closer, like something was crawling up from the dirt. They ran, didn't grab their gear, didn't grab the chest. They tore down the mountain like devil himself was chasing them. They made it home by dark, swearing they'd never go back. But the next morning, Wade didn't show up for work, didn't answer his phone, didn't answer the door. Ethan drove over thinking his brother overslept. But when he walked into Wade's bedroom, he dropped to his knees. Wade was gone. Bed covers thrown back, windows open, no sign of struggle. But on the pillow lay the jawbone, clean, dry, and missing one tooth. Ethan checked his own mouth in the mirror. One of his molars was gone. Fresh, bleeding, he moved out of state the next day. Some hikers say they still hear digging up at Yellow Gap. Slow, steady, like somebody searching something they've lost. Others swear they've seen a thin man with no lower jaw wandering the ridgeline point, or pointing toward the ground like he wants to help find what was stolen from him. But the old timers know the truth. Silas Boone didn't hide treasure. He buried a curse, and anybody who digs it up ends up giving. Okay, that automatically made me think of a Duba box.
Oh,
that's what made that. That went to Duba box immediately when I got to that point. Oh. That one was good.
Like Grandpa always said, there are some things in these mountains don't need to be come to the surface. It needs to be left buried.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's not, this is the thing. In the paranormal world, as you know, and everything, like if something is sealed, like we talked about before, if something is sealed and it's put in an area that's not supposed to be found, but it is found, you don't go and touch it. You don't go and open it, and you don't bring it home.
No.
Like, what's wrong with people? Oh, look at this box. It's so cool. I'm going to open it up. Oh, no, I'm dead. Sorry. That's not funny. I'm sorry.
Well, like Grandpa always said, it's sad air.
Yes, it is sad.
Well, here's one called the Cosby Hollow Murmurs. Wonder what this one's about.
I don't know.
Cosby Hollow, kind of place where the fog don't drift. It clings. It wraps around your boots, your breath, your thoughts. Folks say the hollow got a memory and it don't forget the things buried in it, especially the things that ain't supposed to be found. Like the old box wrapped in chains earlier. Back in the Prohibition days, moonshiners used the hollow as a hideout. They had stashed jugs in sinkholes, caves, even hollowed out trees. Some of them never made it out. Revenuers, rival shiners, accidents, or just plain mountain justice. The ground there's fed on secrets. A group of campers, 3 college kids from Knoxville, decided to spend a weekend out there, ignoring every warning the locals gave them. They set up camp near the old sinkhole, the kind that looks shallow till you step too close and the earth gives way like wet cake. First night was quiet. Second night, not so much. Around midnight, they heard whispers, soft, low, coming from the ground itself. First, they thought it was wind sifting through the leaves, but the air was dead still. Not a breeze, not a rustle, just that whispering like a dozen voices talking under their breath. One of the campers, Landon, grabbed a flashlight and followed the sound to the sinkhole. The beam hit something shiny. Glass. Dozens of old moonshine jugs arranged in a perfect circle, half buried in the dirt. Some were cracked. Some were whole. All of them were humming faintly like they were vibrating with trapped breath. Landon reached down and picked one up. The whispering stopped. Dead. Silent. Then a voice clear as a bell, cold as creek water, whispered right behind his ear, "Put it back." Landon spun around. Nobody there. Just the dark and the trees leaning like they were listening. He dropped the jug and ran back to camp, swearing he heard footsteps behind him, slow, dragging, like somebody with broken ankles was trying to keep up. The group packed up to leave at first light, but exhaustion got the better of them. They crawled in their tents, figured they'd leave at dawn. They shouldn't have waited. Sometime before sunrise, Landon woke up to a wet drip, drip, drip hitting his forehead. He wiped it off thinking it was condensation, but the smell hit him. Iron, copper, blood. He unzipped the tent. On his sleeping bag sat the moonshine jug he had picked up. Only now it was full, brimming, thick, dark liquid sloshing inside. He screamed. The others woke, but by the time they crawled out, Landon was gone. No tracks, no drag marks, just the jug sitting there, still warm, still humming. The sheriff's search team combed the hollow for 3 days, found nothing but old boot prints and broken jugs. But on the 4th day, one of the deputies found something sitting on the hood of his cruiser. Landon's camping knife, clean, polished, and beside it, a small puddle of moonshine, still warm. Old-timers say the hollow don't like being disturbed. Say the jugs ain't just containers, they're keepers. They hold what the mountain don't want walking free. And if you ever hear whispering coming from the ground, don't pick nothing up. Don't touch nothing. Don't even breathe too loud. Because once the holler notices you, it don't let go easy. A piece of them cells. Hold on.
Okay.
Piece of them cells back. It don't come back when it changes its mind. I think Grandpa was a little bit drunk when he wrote that last sentence. That made about as much sense putting a screen door on a submarine.
Yeah. There's definitely spirits in them jugs, all right. That was a good one.
Now we know why they call them spirits.
Are you gonna unfreeze yourself? Oh my goodness.
In the famous words of Steve Urkel, did I do that?
Yes, you sure did. Oh, that's too funny. And we've got Kara in the house, if I'm saying her name right. All right. Do we have time for one more, or do you want to read the last one for tonight?
Well, if you want to, you can, or if you want me to, I can. It depends on what you want to do.
Why does this one sound familiar, though? Hold on. I might have done a boo-boo. No, I guess not. Okay. No, you can read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trust North Carolina ain't much more than a crossroads. Blink twice and you'll miss it. But the old timers say the place got its name as a warning, not a welcome. Trust nothing past sundown, they mutter, rocking on porches with eyes fixed on the tree line. One rainy November evening, couple from Georgia, Ricky and Jolene Harper, were driving through the mountains on their way to Gatlinburg. GPS went haywire near Spring Creek, spinning like a drunk compass. Ricky took the next turn, swearing he'd reconnect to the highway. It didn't. The road narrowed, then turned to gravel, then turned to something that looked more like an old wagon trail than a road. Trees leaned in tight, branches scratching the roof like fingernails trying to get in. Jolene said, "Ricky, this ain't right." Ricky said, "It's fine." It weren't fine. After a mile or so, they saw a glow through the trees. A gas station, old-fashioned, no pumps, just a single flickering light above the door. The sign read, Miller's General, open 24 hours. Only problem was, the place looked like hadn't been open since Eisenhower was president. Shelves inside were lined with canned goods from the 1950s. Labels yellowed, dust thick as felt. Radio on the counter hummed static. The air smelled like old paper and something sweet like rotten apples. Ricky called out, "Hello? Anybody here?" Bell rang in the back room. Slow, heavy, like somebody pulling a rope with tired hands. Man stepped out, tall, wrapped in gauze from forehead to chin, eyes dark and sunken like he hadn't slept since the Carter administration. "We ain't open," he rasped. Jolene grabbed Ricky's arm. "Let's go!" Ricky nodded, but the man stepped closer, boots silent on the dusty floor. "You shouldn't be here," he whispered. "Road don't like strangers." Ricky backed toward the door. "We're just lost." The man tilted his head. "You ain't lost. You were brought." Jolene shoved Ricky out the door and they sprinted to the car. Gravel flew as they tore down the road, hearts pounding, breath fogging the windows. But here's the part that chilled them. When they looked in the rear view mirror, the store was gone. Not boarded up, not dark. Gone. Just an empty lot with weeds growing through cracked concrete. They hit pavement near Trust a few minutes later, nearly crying with relief. They pulled into a little cafe there, babbling about what they'd seen. The waitress listened real quiet, then said, "Honey, Miller's General burned down in 1963. Owner died inside. Folks said he tried to warn travelers about that road, but nobody listened." Jolene swallowed hard. "We saw him." Waitress shook her head. "No, darling, you saw what's left of him." Ricky asked, "What road did we take?" Waitress leaned in close. "There ain't no road out that way anymore. Landslide took it out 20 years ago. If y'all drove it tonight, something opened it just for you." Ricky and Jolene left Trust and never came back. But locals say sometimes on foggy nights, travelers still see a flickering light deep in the trees. An old store glowing like it's waiting on customers. And if you stop, if you walk inside, you'll hear that bell ring in the back room, slow and heavy, warning you.
Okay. Well, that's a very paranormal like story. And that was creepy as all get up. For the store, for them to look back and the store ain't there. Woo! No.
Sort of reminds you a little bit of that movie From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. That's a good movie, actually. Good old vampire movie.
And did you notice at the end of that movie what that old biker bar was sitting on?
I know it was well, it was desert where it was located at. But I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Well, it was a sand dune, wasn't it? That they were.
Oh. It was either an old Aztec or an old Mayan temple.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a pyramid.
Yeah. Yes, Quentin Tarantino is the best. He makes some really good movies. That is for sure.
Yes, he does.
Yes. There's quite a few good movies out there, actually. I've been watching some. So, and then of course you got your, it's supposed to be scary, but you crack up half the time because it's so retarded or so dumb. Sorry, I didn't say that word.
Yeah, I've seen a few reviews on some movies, and I'm sitting there thinking, what were they smoking? It wasn't a Marlboro when they made smoking when they made that.
Right.
And I'm not so sure them left-handed cigarettes would cause them to make a movie like that.
Yeah. Exactly. But no, it's that story just is, yeah, that's, it's funny how, and it, because it kind of is like, it does happen to people where they see something and they're looking away or moving away and they look back and it's gone. And it's hard when you try to explain something to someone, and when you see something like that, you sound like a crazy person, even though you know you're not. You know what you saw.
And
So
in some cases in certain locations, locals is not going to admit to that.
Yeah.
They know what happened. They know the story behind it, and they have it in their head. The longer they stay quiet, the longer they can make it go away.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing, though. It doesn't go away. And
No.
it's a struggle with some people, is that they think if we don't talk about it, no one, it's going to be talked about, and it's not fresh to my mind again. And, it's like, oh, it's going to be gone away. It's not going to, be, I don't know. I have a hard time nowadays keeping myself quiet, even with the things that I see. Perfect example. And it's driving me crazy. Remember, I told you I went on an investigation in an abandoned Air Force base here in California. And we were down in it's not a basement area. Because the hospital is massive. But they've done, a lot of looters have gone through there and just thrashed the place, graffiti all over and all this and that. But we were down there and we were doing a session and we were picking up stuff and everything. And then I got this overwhelming sense of dread, and something evil was to the right of me. So needless to say, I decided to take pictures and snap each, one right after the other, like you should. And I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send you the picture that I took. There's two. And you tell me what you see in the picture. I know what I'm seeing, but I'm trying really hard to debunk it, thinking it's graffiti paint. Now, mind you, my friend Joy, who I do a show with, and I do investigate, we go on paranormal investigations with her and her husband. She took video of the back wall that I'm speaking on. And there's nothing on this back wall that looks like what I captured in my photo. So if you can just give me your perfect, I want your honest opinion about it, what you think it is. But we are planning to go back there, and I'm going to stand in the same spot, take pictures again to see if possibly I do pick up the same face that came through my phone or my picture, or if it's nothing's there. I'm trying to debunk it, is what I'm basically, but I'm telling you, what I captured is creepy. It's creepy looking. So I'll have you,
like that Shadow Man that on that first paranormal team that that's how I got my start anyways, was doing paranormal.
Yeah.
We had we called a Shadow Man inside of the place is burnt down now. The owner's son, for some odd stupid reason or another, he got scared of that house.
Okay.
And he caught his daddy gone to town and burnt the house down. When his daddy come back, his daddy pitched a fit and he said, "Do you understand and realize what you just did?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I got rid of a problem." He said, "No, you didn't." He said, "You just created more." He said, "I told you to leave that house alone." Well, inside that house, buddy of mine, he's dead now. This came off of his camera, and I was the one that gave him the fresh batteries. We had been taking pictures probably for about maybe 30 minutes. And I mean, it wasn't, just rapid fire pictures. We'd notice something other, we'd take a picture, or we'd hear something in a certain direction, we'd take a picture. He took 4 photos. First photo, nothing. Second photo, nothing. Third photo, we got a shadow man. Lean over like this, looking at you like that.
Oh.
Fourth photo, nothing. On the fourth photo that he took, brand new batteries in his camera. Camera shut down. I went back to the van, got another set of batteries, give it to him. I put the batteries to the side. I thought, I'm going to try something. When I got home later on that night, those batteries were still dead. They didn't, some people claim that they'll have battery failure, leave the place, and check the batteries, and the batteries will somehow or another recharge.
Yeah.
These didn't. These was dead as a doornail.
Really?
I mean, absolutely graveyard dead. No juice, period. Well, after we got the picture, for the next 2 weeks, we done everything in our power to recreate that picture.
Yeah.
We couldn't recreate it.
Really?
We used flashlights, car lights, and everything to see if we could create a shadow, but there was no lights in the house. Power hadn't been on in probably 5 to 8 years. I mean, no power, period.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a trick of light play. It wasn't shadow play or anything else, which what we thought it was, but we done everything for 2 solid straight weeks. We tried our way to the world to recreate it. Could not recreate it. So that's all we could chalk it up to was shadow man.
Yeah. Yeah, when you can't, like I say, when I get back there, we're going back probably May 1st, but I'm going to stand in the same spot as I did and just take pictures like I did and see if I get it again. And if I don't get it again, like I said, my friend Joy, I'll show you what she took a video of the back wall where the graffiti was at. And, but when she sent them to me, she took them as pictures. So she stopped the video, took a picture to send it to me, and I'll send you those too, so you can compare and then tell me what you think. This thing, I don't even know. It's so weird looking. It's so weird. Very, very strange. And it's bothering me. I want to know what the heck, is it actually paint or did I capture something? I don't know. It's weird because the thing of it is the face it's white with black eyes. And as we were leaving, we were going down this hall and leaving because there were adults there or young kids there throwing rocks and stuff at us. So we left because we didn't want to get anybody hurt. We just like, let them throw rocks, whatever. Let's just leave. And we're not going to do this. Like, whatever, immature kids. But as we were leaving, I had my phone, and I'm going to see if I caught it. But I think I caught what I saw, which was a white face with black eyes, and he was following us. So I don't know. It's been bothering me. So just trying to figure it out. Who knows? It might be something that only I could see and no one else could see, because nobody could see what in the hallway, what I was seeing. And it was frustrating me. I'm like, don't you guys see it? It's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't see it. I'm like, Of course.
Well, some people's not meant to see certain things.
True. Very, very true.
Well, I think we tore this hour up.
Yeah. Yeah, we sure did. Good stories, as always. I love hearing those goats out there. They're so cute.
Yeah, they're wanting a bottle.
They're hungry.
Oh yeah. It'll be a mutiny here in a minute. If you see in the headlines in the newspaper in the morning or coming across the ticker line on your favorite news station, old man gets mauled by baby goats because he didn't feed them quick enough, you'll know that's me.
That's funny. That'd be like, oh, my poor brother Robert. Oh no.
And Grandpa's Haint tales will be told by EVP.
That would be so cool, actually. Oh my gosh. Good night, Grace. Good night. Thank you for tuning in, as always.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you. We love you. Come back and see us again each Tuesday and Thursday nights here at 9 o'clock. You got Grandpa, and we're going to dub Giggles, Grandma Giggles.
I am a grandma, so I am a grandma. Yeah, I got two grandsons.
Well,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, yep. One's 11, and the other one is 1.5, going on 2.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, be good, behave, and always be pretty. And we'll catch you next week. Bicycle.
Bicycle.
Sitting on the porch as the evening fades, old man in the shadows with stories that invade. The wind howls a tune like a ghostly call. He leans in close as you'll hear their thrall. Legends of the night, of things unexplained in these haunted hills where sanity's strained. He whispers soft warnings, his eyes aglow. The things that you seek are the things you don't know. Oh, the hills are alive with shadows and dread, strange whispers in the night, like voices of the dead. Bigfoot in the thickets, dogmen on the prowl. When the darkness settles in, hear the monsters howl. He talks of old legends of foul flickering lights, mischief in the moonbeam on those restless nights. The dogman's howling a sound that chills the bone, with claws like daggers it prowls alone. And Bigfoot's shadow towering and fierce, a creature of the wild, making wanderers pierce through the foggy abyss where they shouldn't tread, knowing not all stories are merely in your head.